welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hey, what's up? My name is Tanya, and thank you all so much for joining in and watching this video. This video shout out goes to Gigi's Vogue. Gigi, thank you so much for all of your recent positive comments. I'm assuming you are a recent fawn or you've been a silent fawn. Either way, I am so happy to have you be a part of our community. The more women, the better, the more empowerment, the more positivity, the more love, sharing, everything. It's so incredible. I cannot stress it enough how much I appreciate everybody being so positive and loving all of the time. It really, truly is amazing. I can handle some criticism, good critique. I can take it, you guys. But I really do appreciate all of the love and support so much, more than you guys will ever know. It really, really does lift my spirits. Again, right now I can feel this sinus migraine about to come on strong. It's coming all up in here. And the back of my neck, I think it's the RA flare-up. So I really appreciate you guys so much bearing with me while I keep trying to play catch up and falling behind on videos. There's just so many videos I want to be getting out there for you, and I just don't have it in me. It is late at night again. I know I don't. And you guys are wonderful. You're amazing. And Gigi, you're so positive and loving, and I want to thank you so much, and I love you, and you're amazing. So, this video is on this baby! Oh my god, you guys. First of all, not that you're not going to see that when I unbox it and go crazy and am I trying to say squeal, screech, scream? I think I'm trying to make up my own word by using all three words. I don't know. I swear it's the amount of antihistamine medication. I'm not kidding. I'm on antihistamine, eye drops, nasal spray, and pills right now because my reaction was so severe the last couple of days. And the next step is literally a cortisone shot because everything was getting so bad and swollen. I was having a hard time breathing. My eyes were just running and wouldn't stop. It was getting, things were getting obstructed. It was getting bad. So excuse the extra blonde moments and loopiness. But anyway, this baby is so good, but so strange. I don't even know how to describe this. Okay. So you obviously get a good range of mattes and foiled metallic shades, within here. Now, the first shade ends up being a metallic shade, which I do let you guys know, because it looks like a bone setting color. And I mean, once you really examine it, you can see the sheen in there, but it does not pop out at you the way the other metallic shades do. These other four really stand out. You would have no idea that that's also somewhat metallic. Now, the mattes are very, very dry, but so blendable. And there's so much powder kickback. It is crazy. So it's going to be a messy palette, but I worked with, oh my gosh, this shade, this one, this one, this one, and this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shades out of 12. So 6 out of 12, 6 being matte, 5 being matte, 1 being metallic. And the only one that had fallout was, oh my gosh, now I'm blanking if it was the dark matte or the metallic. One of those two had fallout. The rest of the shades did not have fallout. They all really blended effortlessly and came together very, very cohesively. So That's what I mean by this palette being really strange, because you're expecting a little bit more creaminess in the matte formulation, especially out of Urban Decay, and you're definitely expecting more creaminess out of the metallics. Like, I mean, I put my finger in a metallic BH Cosmetics and it's creamy and buttery. This is like an in-between. Like, there's creaminess, but it's not like butter. And the mattes are just dry. They're not like uber dry, but they blend out amazingly. And I've had that experience before where I felt a formulation and I was like, ugh. And then I see the kickback and I'm like, oh my God. But then once I start working with it, like, I would still really highly recommend this palette. I think it's beautiful. I cannot wait to play with it some more and do more and more and more looks with it. Like, to me, this is awesome. You can have looks for days out of this as well, because you have all your transition shades that you need. You have darker ones that you need. You have quite a few different metallic ones that you can pick from for all over the lid shade. Like, this, to me, I could go away for a weekend and bring just this palette and nothing else. I wouldn't need to add on a Viseart palette for transition shades. I wouldn't need to add on, you know, another, like, the glitter was just extra because I'm extra, but I wouldn't need to bring glitter. I wouldn't, like, there's nothing else eyeshadow wise that I would need. Like, this would be enough, where normally I'm having to work in conjunction with another matte formula of some sort with a palette. Even Juvia's Place, I often need to reach out. Makeup Addiction Cosmetics, I often have to reach out. BH Cosmetics, I often have to reach out. So they did a really great job with what kind of transition shades they chose for here. They are all so neutral for so many looks, and not just this palette. So the transition shades are perfection when it comes to the colors, and blendability, amazing. It's just that there is kickback and they feel dry, but at the end of the day, as long as the look comes together and it's easy to work with, that's really all that matters. And they nailed it on that. They really, really did. So I don't get the controversy around the palette. If people are just expecting it to be like a completely creamy, buttery, all around formula. But to me, that, like I said, they performed amazing. I'm so happy with the way the look turned out. I went for like a really deep, dark, sultry, and I had no issues at all creating this look. Like, I had to go into the pan a few times with the metallic, which I found odd. You know, my brush, I had to keep like going in there to get a nice coat, and then it would go a little bit, and then I had to like keep recoating it and then go a little bit. So that would be my only real complaint, is that I had to go at the metallic shade quite a few times, but I only tried out one metallic shade. Maybe the others aren't like that. And when you see my swatches, the other metallic shades are so beautiful. Like, so beautiful. So I really want to play with this some more. Like, I don't understand any negative hype around the palette, because it really performed well, and to me the shade selection is amazing. So this launches at Sephora online July 10th, and in stores on Sephora, July 13th, but I don't know when it officially launches on Urban Decay's website. I thought I had it written down and I don't, but I know Sephora's launch date anyway, online July 10th. So if you guys are Urban Decay Naked collectors, you're going to want to get your hands on this. Sign up for the to be notified me list, because you're going to want to buy it as soon as you get that email. I think this is going to sell out quickly. And I would not call this a dupe at all for the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. but you could at least create, you know, some sunset looks-ish out of it. I don't know. You can get warm tone looks. Yeah, you couldn't get a sunset, really. No, I take it back. But they have like, it's just a really amber, beautiful, warm tone. Like, I love these shades. I love them. But I don't know. I'm going to stop rambling because this is the longest intro ever, and I just think that this is awesome. I love it. I recommend it so much. I think it's beautiful. I just went for like this kind of a look because I have seen so many YouTubers use, like, see it pop up where they're using this palette, and I refuse to watch any videos because I wanted to, like, first impression for myself, see what it looked like, and I just assumed that most people were gonna go for like the heat part of it and go with the more like sienna type of shades and stick more in this realm. And so I want to be different because I like to like be different, so that's why I went for dark even though the palette is like the Naked Heat, so that's why. But if you guys want me to create a heat look, I will be more than happy to do so because I really do want to play with the palette anyway. So if you guys want to see how to get this eye look, see my swatches, see everything in action, then just keep on watching. So the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette is finally here, and I am so excited to get into this baby. I know it's been like just blowing up YouTube. I have like not clicked on any videos with this because you guys know I like to be as surprised when I'm opening up a palette. But just based on what I've seen on Sephora, it looks so beautiful. And believe it or not, I do not have a single Urban Decay Naked palette. I know that's insane. I'm obsessed with Urban Decay. I have so many of their other palettes, like their Urban Decay Vice, their Moondust, their Afterglow. After Party? I can't remember. I have so many Urban Decay palettes, but I've never actually purchased any of their naked ones. But this heat one certainly grabbed my attention. So before I get into this baby, let me read you guys what the back says. So it says Naked Heats Naked Heats Up. Get lit with 12 all new. Oh, that's awesome. Can't live without amber hued. Why can I not speak right now? I'm on so many antihistamines. You guys know this, like pills, nasal spray, eye drops. Bear with me. More blonde moments than normal. All right. Amber hued neutrals, including warm browns, burnt oranges, and rich siennas. Oh, that sounds amazing. And those are exactly shades right up my alley. From a super smooth red-brown matte and a glimmering copper to a deep, shifty bronze. My God. This palette has everything you need to create sultry daytime looks, intensely smoky nighttime looks, and everything in between. And it comes with a double-ended blending and detailed crease brush. Okay, and then it just has all of the names listed below. So that's what the back looks like. All right, but enough of that. Let's get into this baby. And of course I need scissors. Why wouldn't it be taped? Can I get into it? No. Good thing I keep them on hand for cutting lashes. Do I need to do both? Apparently I need to do both. Oh, please don't be broken. Ooh. That is amazing packaging. Companies are just amping it up with packaging. Seriously, is that not so cool? That's amazing. I love this. I'm already obsessed. Doesn't fold over, but I don't think Does any Urban Decay? I don't think any Urban Decay palette that I have folds over. But oh my god, you guys. It does come with a nice size mirror. But look at these shades. You have everything that you need for transition shades. Oh my god, the metallics. These are stunning. Can I come closer so you guys can even see? I'm so drawn in to obviously all of the foiled metallic shades, but like this plum and this shade are winning my heart over as well. Oh my gosh, and so is this one. This is stunning. I love that you have every transition shade to build and build and build and build. This is phenomenal. Let's see what the brush is like. Because I do have a few Urban Decay brushes and I love them. A little bit stiff. The all over shader brush is perfectly fine. The crease brush I think would be okay, but it is a little bit stiff, so I don't think I'll be working with that one, but that's okay. The palette looks amazing. I think for a very first time ever having bought a naked palette, this was definitely the way to go. So I'm going to get to swatching all of these and I will be right back. So swatching row outward, I was actually really surprised because these are fairly dry. I mean, they're not super, super dry, but they're not like a creamy formulation at all. The mattes are dry and the metallics have a slight creaminess to them, but they're not like uber creamy the way metallics have been performing with all of the metallic palettes I've been reviewing for you guys. Now, I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. I have swatched so many different formulations that came across very dry, patchy, but they performed very, very well on the eyes. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. But I do want to make you guys aware that to the touch, the mattes are dry and the metallics are not as creamy as most metallic shades are. And this baby is actually like a shimmering shade. It is not a transition shade. Do not be fooled if you get this palette and you don't swatch it. But in the pan, you can't tell. It looks like it's a nice bone color. It's a shimmer shade. Transition shades start here. See the shimmer in there? I mean, it's a very light metallic, but you wouldn't want to go in to your crease without expecting that. You know, if you want to do that for your crease, by all means do it. I've done shimmer in my crease too. I break makeup rules. I think they're there to be broken. But if you're not looking for that and that catches you off guard, that would be a huge bummer. So that is Ounce. This is Chaser. These are all really, really beautiful shades. Like the shade selection is gorgeous in this palette. So that's Chaser. And then we have Sauced, Low Blow, Lumber, this one. I'm obsessed with all of these metallic ones, even this dark one. I'm actually really torn on going for it. Going like really dark and deep today, or going with like this one or this one. I really, really don't know. Then we have He Devil, Dirty Talk, Scorched. So see, I'm obsessed with Lumber, Scorched, and Ember. Then there is Cayenne, On Fuego, This one was a light purple in the pan. This one was that deep purple that I said I was obsessed with, Ashes. This is swatching so like black, or not like a dark black, but it's swatching a light black. There aren't even purple tones in there. So this one is also very, very deceiving. Like, it's not even a purple mixed with black. It is straight up like a dark chocolatey black. There's no purple in there. But I'm obsessed with this deep color, Ember too. So I really don't know which metallic shade to choose as like an all over lid shade. I don't know, because this is so gorgeous. So anyway, I'm gonna go prep and prime my eyes while I try to figure out what kind of a look I should go for today, and I will be back. Alright, so I did decide that we're gonna go dark and sultry today because I have a feeling that most YouTubers have gone for like the heat factor and done like, you know, all of the hot coppery tones, which I'm totally drawn into. So if you guys want to see me do some more looks using like the other colors, let me know. I will be so happy to play with this palette. So feel free to leave your comments down below. I just want to be different, and I don't know if I'm being different or not because like I said, I haven't clicked on anybody's videos. I've been avoiding them, but I feel like most people would go for like the heat eye look, and I try to avoid the stereotypical stuff, so that's what we're gonna do. So starting with my Carity E31, I am going to start building though very lightly because this is going to be so deep. So, oh my gosh, there we go. Mirror, I don't know why I can't get used to mirror image. Starting with Chaser, I'm just going to start buffing that. Wow, that's a lot of powder kickback too, which I've also had, and that doesn't mean it much, but it could, but that's a mess. All right, so starting with building the crease and above. Now I'm actually going to mix Sauced and Low Blow together and using my same Carity E31 brush and doing the same motions. I'm just going to tap into both of those and continue building the crease and above. Holy pigmentation. See, the dryness factor and the amount of powder kickoff is not mattering at all. These are just blending out so well, and there isn't even any fallout so far. So far this is amazing. So I told you, swatches can be deceiving. It can be deceiving with what it feels like when they seem to be dry. I'm having no issues, and like this felt, I don't want to say cheap, it just felt dry, but no issues. So like I said, that's all that matters at the end of the day. Now dipping into Fuego, however you pronounce that, and scaling down my brush to a Sigma. I have such so many products everywhere, to a Sigma E35 blending brush. It's nice and tapered and fluffy. I'm going to work that into the crease and slightly above. I do want that also up high, but just not as high. Well, maybe I do want to bring it up a little bit. Yeah, I really like that color. I wanted it to be up high too. Now I'm just going to take this OCC brush. It does not have a name, and I'm just going to blend and kind of diffuse everything up top. Now I'm going to use the brush that the palette came with, and using the crease side, I'm just going to take a white shadow, any white shadow, and just put it under the brow bone. But we all know this won't be my highlight. This is just kind of to clean it up a little bit. This is very stiff, so not be very good for blending, I don't think. Now taking Ashes on the same Sigma brush. Put that in the crease. Now taking Ember on a MAC 242 brush. Oh my gosh, I have way too many products. Coat this baby well. Try to. Milani her up. And here we go. Even this isn't swatched. I don't know, like the colors, I'm loving all the colors, But this is now more true to color to the pan, though still much darker than what the pan shows, but much lighter than what my arm swatch is. I don't really know what to make of that. But either way, I love it. But I do have to keep going into even the metallic shade to get a lot of product. Like, it's just not really, it's a little bit fussier of a palette to work with. I want to take this Tarte Pro Glitter Liner in Rose Gold, and instead of doing a full crease with the glitter the way I usually do, I just want to go up maybe halfway, maybe 2/3. I'm not really sure. We'll just see where it takes us. So starting with the base. Now taking the beautiful glitter side, I'm going to go over the base. Alright, I'm gonna go finish up my face line, do lashes, all of that, and then I will be back to do the lower lash line. So I finished up my face and look at me, all of a sudden I have a tan. I definitely picked up a foundation that was not quite my shade, and then a bronzer that was very pigmented but amazing. So we're gonna go over all those products. But first, I'm so disappointed. Kylie Cosmetics just launched like 15 minutes ago. So what I always do is 5 minutes before any launch, I go log into my computer and log into the site, and her site is always like locked down totally. You can't access anything. So you have to just keep hitting refresh until it launches. So I did that. So as soon as it launched, I was like add for everything that I wanted to get. And then it takes you to this holding zone. And while I was in the holding zone, then it took me to my cart. It let me know that the wet highlighting palette was already sold out. That's what I wanted the most. I was able to get everything else that I wanted to get, which was the eyeshadow palette, all 3 loose highlighters, and the 2 glitter lip toppers, or lip glosses. So I managed to get those 6 items, but I've never had that issue. I've always been able to get my items from Kylie because I'm like right on it. As soon as it opens, I'm like there, bam, check out. And I guess people who probably just went right for that wet highlighting palette obviously beat me to it because they didn't add 6 of their items to their cart. They just added maybe 1 or added 2, and every time you add an item, you have to then hit back and add the next one, go back, add the next one, go back. It's really stupid. So I will be reviewing that collection for you for what I have picked up. And then the second I am able to get my hands on that wet highlighting palette, you better believe I'll be getting my hands on that wet highlighting palette. But that was a really big letdown right now. So I am back now, and I will go over everything that I did while finishing up my face. So I put to the test in a mini video for you guys, so you will see this, and I think it's my new favorite foundation. I do have to go back and test out some of my other ones that were like top, but this new Estee Lauder Double Wear Maximum Cover Camouflage Makeup for Face and Body with SPF 15. This is so full coverage. At first, I could feel it a little bit, not even bad though, like at all. I mean, all it was like I could feel I was wearing a foundation. It wasn't even like heavy and cakey and thick or anything like that. And now it's like I don't even feel as if I'm wearing foundation. And the littlest bit goes the longest way. Like this is amazing. Plus you get SPF in it, which is even more amazing. And I told you guys how I picked up the Kate Somerville makeup setting spray that has an SPF of 50, like, oh my gosh, over a month ago. So I am so golden between having like foundations with SPFs in them, having a setting powder with an SPF, and then the setting spray. Plus, if I put SPF on ahead of time before I even do my makeup, which is what I would do, I'm covered. But this is incredible. It just blended out. It just amazing, amazing, amazing. They only have 7 shades. I really hope that they expand it. I got mine off Sephora. I went and checked during that video. I wasn't 100% sure, but Sephora does carry it. It is pricier though. It's like 60 bucks, 62. I think it was up there. And you get an ounce. So I mean, at least you get a full ounce. It's not a ripoff like the Kevyn Aucoin that I have not posted yet. I think I talked about. I don't even know. There's just too much antihistamines going on. I can't keep up. But then I set it with the Physicians Formula Cover Tox 10 Wrinkle Therapy Face Powder, which is going to be one of my top from the drugstore, but there are a lot when I do get a chance to film that video, which I am trying to make a priority, you guys. I'm still under the weather. These allergies are killing me. I'm hopped up on so many meds and I'm still playing catch up, so bear with me. I popped on my Elegance lashes in Bombshell because this is such a dramatic look. We needed dramatic lashes. Then in another mini video, I put to the test, wait, where did I just put the foundation? Right there, okay. I want to make sure I'm like covering bam, bam, bam. In another mini video, I demoed the Tarte Amazonian Clay Matte Waterproof Bronzer in Park Avenue Princess. So that's the bronzer I have going on. Then for the blush, I actually used the Balm Instain Fall for the Blush in Pinstripe again. I am loving this blush. The color is so pretty. It almost makes you look even more tan. Like, I know it doesn't seem like a summertime color blush, like that so looks fall, winter, but it really adds like color to your face if you're going all the steps of bronzing and everything else. I'm really digging this shade. So that's what I have on my cheeks. Then in another mini video, the Glow, in case you guys are wondering, is this baby. And I have had, look how gorgeous. Is this not stunning? I've had this for 2 months sitting in one of the boxes for me to film a haul video. And I should have filmed this mini video right when I got it so you guys would have known right when it launched, but it is still available. And who knows, maybe it will be on sale soon. But this is so stunning. I actually put the dark one on first and it's not dark at all. It looks like it would be dark and it's not. It's actually like a golden tone. And then I did the next one, and then this one is such a champagne. I tested it out on the inner corners and under my brow bone because this main gold that you see is Side Spice. And you guys will see in the video, this one goes on gold which is so weird. And then this one is super champagne, and then the pink is really, really pretty, but I didn't actually apply the pink because, I mean, it wouldn't go with anything that I am wearing. I used my Tom Ford Eye Defining Pen for my wing. I'm wearing Dose of Colors. I can't remember what they called their liquid lips. If it is just called liquid lip, but it's in the color Stone, and I love this because it's like a nude pink, and because I'm not like a full-blown nude person, but taking it to like nude with a pink tone I like, so I did that. And I tightlined into my waterline with my Ardency Modster pencil in black. So you guys are now all caught up, and I can zoom you in and we can get going on finishing up this lower lash line. Starting with Chaser, I'm going to smoke that beneath the lower lash line using my itty bitty BH Cosmetics brush. I did want to show you guys how powdery they are, but I had blown it away last time, and that just reminded me right now when I dipped my brush into it, but I hadn't gotten to the metallic. See, dipping that MAC brush in, I mean, I had to go in and go in and go in. So that's what I'm talking about. But I mean, the powders are performing really, really well, but this kickback is unreal, and the metallic, having to dig in at it like that, not cool. Again, mixing Sauced and Low Blow together. I'm going to smoke those two together beneath my lower lash line. Now I'm going to take On Fuego and smoke that beneath the lower lash line. Now taking Ashes on my Sephora Pro Smudge Brush number 11. I'm going to smudge that beneath the lower lash line. Now taking Ember on a MAC 212 brush, and get this just nice and tight to the lash line for a little pop of that copper Milani hair up. Now taking the same Tarte Pro Glitter Liner in Rose Gold, I'm going to pop a little bit of that just on the inner corner of the lower lash line, starting with the base. And now taking the glitter side. Now I'm just going to fix up the inner corner highlight a little bit. I only did that earlier for demonstration purposes. I never would highlight ahead of it otherwise. So I'm going to take Bliss from the Afterglow palette on a MAC 221 fluffy brush. This one is so soft and so perfect for highlighting the inner corner and under the brow bone. I can't even tell you. It's amazing. All right, this makeup look is complete. I'm just gonna go get dressed and I will be right back. Thanks so much for watching this video. I really hope that you guys are as impressed with this palette as I am, despite, like, you know, a little bit of bumps in the road along the way, but it really is a beautiful palette. The shade range is awesome. The transitions are awesome. Everything is so buildable and blendable, and it's just, you can go, you know, darker and darker and darker and darker. Like, I think they did such a great job color scheming this. And I realized after I was done the intro, I forgot to tell you the reason why I was able to get the palette early and not the eye pencils or lipsticks. I'm dying for that Heat lipstick, by the way. Only the one lipstick. I don't think I care for the other two. I do want the two eye pencils and then that red lipstick. Oh my gosh. But this one, Urban Decay, I'm signed up for almost all of my favorite brands to their websites directly as well, because you guys know I would rather go directly to the website. So I received an email from Urban Decay. If you guys aren't familiar, when you are signed up with Urban Decay, they call you a UD junkie. And they gave this limited quantity early access to UD junkies for the palette only, not the lippies, or the eyeliners. So they had launched it at midnight Pacific time, which is 3 a.m. my time. So I set my alarm for 3 a.m. so that way I could get my hands on this palette a month early. And then I was so mad because when I woke up the next day, I was going about my business, and then it was 9 a.m. and I'm like, I should check and see if they have it available still. And they still had one left. And I was like, I didn't have to wake up at 3. I could have got up at like 7 and bought it. And Kurt was like, no, if you wouldn't have gotten up at 3, they would have all been gone and you would have been so mad for the next month. And I said, I know, you're right, babe. I know. It would have been. It would have been. That's my luck. It would have been. So that's the only reason why I have this palette. Unfortunately, I'm not receiving PR. I so wish I was, especially from Urban Decay, but I'm not. I just set my alarm. I got up at 3 a.m. I purchased it and I went back to bed, and I was so excited when this arrived at my doorstep. So that's why I have this and not the rest of the collection. But like I said, I will be buying the other remaining items along with you guys. If you guys are getting it July 10th when the rest of it launches then. So yes, oh my gosh, I'm so out of it, and I knew I was going to say I thought I was going to say something else too, but I forgot. I lost my train of thought already. Told you, way more blonde moments than normal. But anyway, that does it for this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Please share it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, good night, good morning, wherever you are. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.